I thought Top Gun Maverick was easily one of the best action flicks we've gotten in recent years. It had tight pacing, great sound, and somehow Tom Cruise is still pulling G's in his 60s. So it's not a shock that now someone's coming forward saying they helped write it. The guy's name is Sean Gray. He's actually the cousin of one of the credited screenwriters, Eric Warren Singer. According to him, they were working together back in 2017, tossing around scenes, sharing documents, and building out what would become Maverick. And now he's suing Paramount. He says he co-wrote key parts of the movie, including that dramatic test flight opening, and deserves not just credit, but copyright and a cut of the profits. Now, here's the twist. Gray says he wasn't under a work for hire agreement, which would usually mean Paramount doesn't own what he contributed unless they paid for it upfront, but he never says his contract actually promised him royalties or credit. He's basically arguing that because he wasn't a work for hire, the stuff he contributed should still belong to him. And that's not how Hollywood usually works, especially if your cousin is the one officially on the payroll. Paramount's already brushing this off as meritless, and unless Gray has ironclad documentation, not just I sent some emails, this could be a steep hill to climb. Also worth noting, this isn't even the first time Top Gun Maverick got hit with a lawsuit. The family of Ehud Yone, apologize if I mispronounced that, the guy who wrote the original Top Gun article also tried to sue. That case got dismissed, but it's still tied up in appeals, so this movie's got more legal turbulence than an F-18. Over at Warner Brothers, they just dodged a Superman-sized bullet. Again, this time it was the estate of Joseph Schuster. Schuster? I'll just go with Schuster. One of the original creators of Superman says that under British law, the rights to Superman actually reverted back to him back in 2017 because apparently in the UK, 25 years after a creator's death, copyrights bounce back to the estate. Sort of a posthumous undo button. The Schuster estate claimed Warner Brothers kept making Superman stuff and releasing it in countries like the UK, Canada, India, and Israel without honoring that reversion. So they went to court in New York, and that's where things fell apart. The judge basically said, cool story, bro, but this is the United States court, and we don't deal in British copyright law, and toss it out the window. And of course, Warner Brothers was thrilled because they're getting ready to launch James Gunn's new Superman movie and didn't want this hanging over it. And now the Schuster estate is refiling in a state court, so it's not over. But man, how many times do these guys have to sue to get paid? Back in the 30s, Siegel and Schuster sold the rights to Superman for $130. Imagine that, $130 for the Superman franchise. Ever since, their families have been trying to claw those rights back one lawsuit at a time. Now, let's talk Yellowjackets. The moment I saw that first episode, I said, oh, Lord of the Flies, but with women and trauma, which is fine. I mean, half of fiction is just remixing the same ingredients, but someone else thought it was a little too close to their work. Specifically, the people behind a 2015 indie film called Eden. Just like Yellowjackets, Eden was about a soccer team whose plane crashes and they ended up stranded and having to get all primal in the woods. So the producers of Eden sued Showtime and Lionsgate, saying the show ripped them off. The judge said nah. And honestly, his ruling was kind of amazing. He basically said, look, escape attempts, tribalism, factions, cannibalism, that's not exactly niche. We've seen this since The Tempest, Odysseus, Survivor, Mad Max, and yeah, Lord of the Flies. It's not copyrightable just because your plane crash came first. And I agree. There are survival stories and then there's your survival stories. Just because two people wrote plane crash in the woods doesn't mean they stole from each other. This is one of those lawsuits where the idea might feel similar, but the execution is what matters, and the court didn't see anything worth going to trial over. Anyway, if you want more real stories behind the lawsuits, not the TMZ version, hit the like button and check the pinned comment for the mailing list. I've got some wild movie and series picks this month, and some of them might be getting sued by the time you watch them. Oh, and check this one out right here.